Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to Living to Do's review of Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 4, called Honeymoon Hiccups. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot, and I thank you in advance. One thing I liked about the show, it was only an hour and a half. What a surprise. I could not believe it was over in just an hour and a half. I know it used to be that way back in the day because those 2-hour episodes have been very boring over the last couple of years, but they listened to all the fans and they shortened the show. So I feel better about that. So the couples are going to go to Jamaica on their honeymoon. So let's get started with the review and find out what happened. So the first couple will be Nicole and Chris. The morning after their honeymoon, Chris is telling Nicole that she is a natural beauty. I really like what I see in them. I like this blossoming, hopefully, friendship and love. And I think they're smitten with one another. It's really cute. Not much went on with them, but they just seem to gel very well. I think they both want to love someone, and they were desperate, and I think they were just desperately in love, and it looks like it's working out. I hope, they can maintain the path that they're going on. And they met with each other's friends and family. And basically, Nicole's dad, he doesn't like this arranged marriage situation. He thinks Chris is a nice guy, but serial killers are nice guys. And talk is cheap. He needs to see action. So I can't knock him for feeling that way. It's, he's giving his daughter, someone he cherishes, to someone he doesn't know. So, he's just looking him in an eye and letting him know that, there's family out here for this girl. They get to their honeymoon, and one thing we learned about Nicole is that in her previous relationship, she had a boyfriend who told her that she had to let him burn her with a cigarette to prove that she loved him. And he burned her with a cigarette on her arm. And, I really got chills for that. That these girls are so insecure out here doing desperate things to keep someone in their life, to keep someone's attention, good or bad. And this girl let this guy burn her, and Chris was very comforting, kissing her. He's the sensitive type of guy I think she needs, especially after going through such a traumatic event like that. But that was pretty much for that couple, so let's move on to the next couple. Okay, the next couple will be Gina and Clint. Even less happened with this couple. We see that Clint carried Gina over the threshold on their wedding night. Clint told Gina that she exceeded his expectations, but they did not consummate their marriage on their wedding night. The next morning, Gina tells Clint that she left her work phone behind. She's trying to let go. She thinks she'll be a better boss that way. And they met with their family and friends, and Gina just told his family that she thinks that he is hot. Clint met with Gina's brother and sister-in-law, and the sister-in-law had and brother-in-law and brother had their own confessional, and they think that, the sister-in-law thinks that Gina and Clint are just too similar. They're too much alike, and maybe that will be a problem in their marriage. I don't know exactly how. They're both insecure in who they are, maybe. They're good-natured people. That's the only downfall she sees. Side note, Gina's brother looks nothing like Gina. He has small eyes, a small mouth. They don't even look, partially related. But that was it for that couple. So let's move on to the next couple. All right, the next couple will be McKinley and Dominique. And again, not too much went on with this couple either. We learned that Dominique snores. There was no sex on their wedding night. Dominique has caught a freezer full of catfish that she's caught and cleaned. So she's a real country girl. She really is. They met with each other's friends and family. Matt met with his black in-laws. Only one thing that I notice with Matt is when he speaks, he doesn't use the plural of woman. They asked him, his in-laws, if he dated any black women. And he said that he usually dates white and Latina women, or he's dated a couple of black women, but it didn't work out. And I'm like, what? Why do you not use woman? It is so weird to me. It's like, I hope he knows better. It just sounds so off in my head when he did that. I don't know, it's weird. Dominique, she met with her in-laws, one being Matt's mother. And Matt's mother says that this whole process is nuts. It's just nuts to her. And the look that she gave is just, I just don't think she likes her. In the confessional with her daughter, she says, we've only known her 5 minutes. And it was nothing positive. And yeah, marriage is hard, but why make it harder on her? She said marriage was hard, I think last episode or the episode before that. But you don't need to make it harder for her. But be true to yourself. They asked her about would she move to Michigan? That's where Mac is from. And Dominique said it would be hard. I mean, she's going to would be leaving her mother. I don't know how much more family she has. And she just said it would be hard. That's almost like a no. I don't think they ever talked about that. I don't know if that's his intentions to move back to Michigan. We'll have to see. She just won't make that trek up there, I don't think. Okay, so let's move on to the next couple. All right, the next couple will be Eris and Jasmine. We see them going back to their hotel room, and Eris is unbuttoning her dress, and he tells her that he thought her wedding dress was beautiful. And it was. She looked really nice. And later she changes into lingerie and she comes out and he says he loved her evening wear. She looked absolutely hot in that. She's beautiful. They get in bed and they just snuggle with one another. The next day, Jasmine, they both have to meet with their family and friends, and Jasmine has to meet with Felina, the tougher than nails cousin. She meets with her, and the lady's asking her questions, and of course, Jasmine answers the question, but not to Felina's liking, because she thinks that Jasmine is answering them like pageant questions. And she tells her that oh, you are a pageant sister, she tells her. She does not like this girl. When she gets into the confessional, that's Felina, she's asked, do you like Eris's new wife? And she's laughing, and she says you can't answer every question with confidence. She does not like her. Jasmine and Eris gets back into the hotel, and she tells him that that Felina thinks she's too poised and put together. And he tells her that Felina speaks her mind, And his hope is that they can get along. Of course, he wants his wife and cousin to get along as close family member. But I don't know. To me, I think Felina is doing too much. You don't have to be rude. You can inquire and get a feel for somebody, especially if you let them be themselves. Uh, the energy, you could just tell even the way that Jasmine was looking at Felina. I don't know if it was the editing, but she kind of just gave a stern look at her. But she was pleasant, ladylike. She took it well. I thought she handled herself very well. But she just might be butting heads with that cousin in the future. They go off into Jamaica in their hotel room, and Eris is in the tub, and he asks Jasmine to feed him fruit. It was kind of cute, but I wonder if, I don't know. We'll see about them. We'll just have to see about them. I don't know if I really like that. I know they have to create a scene and whatnot, but we'll just have to see how he truly is when he unwinds and lets loose a little bit. Let's see the real Eris. Yeah, please stand up. That was it for now for this couple. So let's move on to the last couple. Okay, our last couple will be Kirsten and Shaquille. We see them coming into their hotel room, and Shaquille is carrying Kirsten over the threshold. Very romantic. It seems like that would be right up both of their alleys. In the hotel room, Kirsten is sitting on Shaquille's lap. She looks comfortable. And they had a good night. They enjoyed their wedding. And she seems to be loosening up to him. And I think he started to feel comfortable because he asked her for a kiss while she was sitting on his lap. And she said no. Still no kiss. Though it kind of felt like a nice moment to do it. But not yet. Later he says that she was just, setting up boundaries, and he respects boundaries. He was just saving face. That must have hurt his feelings. She gets dressed for bed, and she's wearing a beautiful robe with fur around the wrist of the robe. It's beautiful. It looks like that's something she would wear. She has the personality for that robe. She looked beautiful. She gets in bed with him the next morning. She tells everyone tells us in confessional that she felt comfortable sleeping with him, next to him. And so that's a good sign. Seems like she's warming up to him. I like to see it. They, to me, look like they should be together. They just seem like they're each other's type. They meet up with their family and friends the next day. And when Shaquille met with her family and friends, they told him that she will be hesitant and slow, and that he should just be patient. So maybe this is her true self. She's not kissing him right away. Maybe that is how she really is in her real life. She just takes things slow, like maybe some real Southern belles do, and she just wants to be treated like a lady. Let's see how slow she's going to go. They find out that they're going to go to Jamaica for their honeymoon, but Shaquille tells Kirsten that he has to go to Mississippi. Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. He has to do a research paper, something for school that needs to be done before he goes. And, he says, you're not going to go to Jamaica. You're going to Mississippi. I kind of like the way he told her. He was kind of not really firm with it, but somewhat firm. I kind of like how he was with her, and I think she gave him a look like she wasn't, he needs to make up for all this, the her missing, part of her honeymoon type of thing. She's just going to be sitting in a hotel waiting for him. But that moment, he just seemed a little bit more like an alpha male. And I think her personality would do well with an alpha male. She just seems like that. She just wants that strong man in her life. If he has to say something firm, oh, that's what it was, firm. I think he just was firm with her in a way. The way he was just firm with her. I just kind of liked it. I was like, I don't know. I think she's going to respond well to an alpha male. So if he can kind of continue to do that, because I haven't seen that type of alpha male bravado type of take charge, head of household type of thing. I would like to see that, a little bit of that from him. But that was it. Now, that was it for the episode. Not much really happened. So now they're going to be at their honeymoon. Next week, maybe more will happen. Though they did say that there's going to be a shocking surprise. So I don't know if the hour-and-a-half show was the shocking surprise. Because, it was really kind of an hour and a half of nothing. And that's way better than 2 hours of nothing. So was that the shocking surprise? I'm here for it. I hope they continue to keep all the episodes an hour and a half. We don't need this to be more than 2 hours. So hopefully it's because they're listening to the fans, and maybe they don't have much to go on anyway. They give us a lot of fluff, and that's a lot of time out of everybody's life each week. So hopefully that will stay. That is it for now. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it, and I thank you in advance, but I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.